Okay guys, so this is bicycle that I salvaged from 3 other bicycles from parts that I found in my parents' garage, and now I will take it to the forest to find some stupid shit like mushrooms and other stuff to show you. The chain is a little bit loose, but it's clean. This is not mine, but I will take this basket because I need it. You can see there's like 3.5 bicycles here. Piece it together to make one, to work in one, but it's not working too well because the brakes are here. What they are, as you see, very loose, half broken, but it's kind of work. Those are the front brakes. They are not connected. Or this should I in here I should have like, you know, a light, but I'm too lazy to put it, so fuck this. Okay, let's go to the forest. Okay, I made some quick adjustments because I don't want to get into trouble with cops, because I don't have any money, not even $1, and you know, the fine is like $20 or maybe more, depending what I do. Okay, so what I did, this is fucking useless. First, it's not connected to anything, and the law in Poland requires that you have to have, Jesus fucking Christ, something blinky to reflect the light of incoming cars, because all cars have to have the lights on all day, all night, 24 hours. You have to just have something that is reflective. So they put this fucking cheesy fucking funny bear to piss off the police officers, because this is good but just stupid. This one, they sometimes say it's not reflective enough because it's supposed to be a source of light, not a reflection. So they sometimes just say, fuck you, here's your ticket, motherfucker. Not this time. Okay, at this end, at first I put this, but then I realized there's no fucking juice in it. Then I put this, but then I realized that this fucking basket is in the way. Plus I'm too cheap to waste this on the daylight. I will leave it for night time, because soon there will be only night here and some short days. So what I decided, I just ripped this from my mother bicycle. This is not connected, but it has the part that is blinky, so it should do. This is a basket, I borrowed it from my mother's bicycle too, and I will install a front basket here in a moment and go to the forest. And it's starting to rain, and oh, plus this shit. Yeah, I need this too. So I put some air in the tires. Now they fucking hard, and I will ride faster. On this tire is a little bit tired, what a pun, and because I put too much pressure through the compressor, it ripped a little bit. That is not a problem, because I don't give a fuck, and I don't think it will cause any more problems. This is interesting. This is a graveyard, new one. I will be lying there in a couple of years, according to my doctors and my family, and not because I'm sick, just because of where I'm living. And this is every house have this. You can just buy a tombstone, and even the fence is made out of the leftovers from tombstones. So yeah, this is how they look in Poland. They're quite fancy, they take a lot of place, quite different what I've seen in United Kingdom when I was living there. So yeah, as you can see, fence made of piece of tombstones. Fascinating, eh? Now this is a little bit worrying. This is my first ride on this new quad Frankenstein bicycle, and it's making, and I don't know if you can hear it, it's making some strange noises. Like when I brake, it's like something is cracking. I think it's like those metal balls inside, you know, wheel. They just I think I lost a couple of them when I was assembling the wheel. So yeah, but this is what a nice wooden house right here. I don't know if you can see it. This one is even nicer, new one. It is like outskirts of the town, so they didn't build with the normal paved oh my balls road yet, but we are getting closer to the proper wilderness, to the proper, oh fuck, the bike is falling apart, to the proper forest. So yeah, if the bike lasts. I found some mushrooms over here called mashlaks. They're like very sticky and hard to peel. One thing I noticed when I turn left, this black handle is falling apart, so I have to like hold it like that, otherwise I will just it will just go away. And this street is called Grzybowa, that means mushroom street, and I will stop here because I have to park my sweet ride. I will pin it to this, how do you call this tree? Beach. This is the tree the Finnish people, when they go to sauna, they take, I think this is the tree, I'm not sure, because I was drunk when I was watching the documentary. So they take those and they like slap their body with them because it's good for them. I don't know, but those are Finnish people, so you know, they fucked up as much as Poles as we, so I don't know, I'm not sure, I never met a Finnish person before, but I think I would like them because they like from all the Nordic people, they look like they most similar to Slavs. Okay, the bicycle is pinned. I don't think someone would even take it with if it wasn't, but just in case if some drunk want to, I will take maybe this basket and this mystery bag. Mystery bag will help me through my voyage through the wilderness of Polish forest. La 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 la. Okay, first sign that you are in a Polish forest. A beer can, empty beer can, Łomża. You can check it on the map. Where exactly is this from? Because of black one. It's Łomża Mocne, that means Łomża strong, and those people, the lady and the gentleman, are called laleczki. Okay, another sign that you are in Polish forest is so-called małpka. It's called małpka, means little monkey in Polish, and it's like 100 milliliters, which is like I don't know, 4 ounces. I don't know, you have to convert it yourself. And it's a vodka, but it's a fad that came to Poland, that started in Poland a couple of years ago, where all those guys that are without jobs, and they just drink all day, and you know, standing in front of the convenience stores, you know. So they decided, why do we have to drink cold beer in middle of the winter? So they started buying, you know, those small bottle of vodka, but you know, vodka itself without, you know, any like juice or something is kind of strong, so and not too tasty. So the people producing vodka start selling those flavored one. This one is with the nut flavor. I don't know how to pronounce this nut, but I'm sure you know this nut. And what they're starting to do, they're starting to skim the vodka to be a little bit less aggressive on your mouth. This one have only 30%, not 40, so 10% less. They started from like 38, so 2% less, and they go from that to 30. 30 is the like lowest, so this is for the weaklings, and they just buy it and drink at once, gul 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 gul, and they throw it. Sometimes you can see like 100 of them lying everywhere. So this is the sign of it's like a quick shot, like snort of cocaine, or you know, or one fast cigarette, and you can see them everywhere. Whole forest is full of them, or cans of beers. So yeah, this is the case. This is how the Polish forest look. Okay, here we go. Here's the first eatable and tasty mushroom, because most of them are eatable, but only just some of them are tasty enough to pick them. So this is a mushroom called maślak. I don't know the English name, and we just if I decide to upload this, I will just put it on the screen. So problem with those mushrooms is that, as you can see, they're very slimy, and you have to take this skin, peel this skin off before, when you go back home you just have to peel this shit off, and this is a very mundane job. So basically you don't need this part, you just have to check this part. If there's any holes, that means the worms are eating it and it's not good. To the basket. And important thing about those, you better be using those instead of like something like this, or buckets that don't have hole, because when you have a mushroom inside here and you're going through the forest, those things here, this is those really small holes, this is like sponge, they release spores and they spread the mushroom through the forest, so you can, you know, so next year there will be more mushrooms. Oh, 5 minutes in and I'm already lucky. Another mushroom, and this one is much better. Okay, what you do to not to destroy this ecosystem around him, because the mushroom spreads under those grass around, and they're like connected with some magic power that you cannot disturb living piece of the mushroom, so you cannot just rip it and leave it piece inside. So what you have to do is just like put your finger underneath, and okay, here you go. Okay, this one is prawdziwek, and I will show you, I will try to Google the name. This is the young one, rather small, but is there are two types. This is one type, but when he would grow, he will not grow because I already picked him. He will turn into old prawdziwek, basically one of the most wanted mushrooms, one of the best mushrooms here in the forest. So this is the king of the. Just clean it from the. Just cut it a little bit to not waste it, because it's a very nice mushroom. Okay, this one have some worms inside, so we cut a little more. Yep, this one is eaten by worms. Okay, there's only one worm hole here, so probably if I cut it into pieces, most of this will be salvageable, but I will do it at home. And I'm not saying I will eat mushroom with worms inside, but you know. This is koźlak, this is prawdziwek that I found after that with worms, you know. So this is prawdziwek, this is maślak, the sticky one. Wow, now this is fucking interesting. I never saw anything like this. Okay, let's just see the comparison size of it. I think this is called purchawka or purchawa in its final stage, ready to burst. When you step on it, accidentally or not, it releases like this yellow spores, this yellow gas everywhere. The mushroom is waiting to be triggered, like, oh, you see, this one is wet, and those spores are going the wind, and this is how the spores are transferred to the other place. It smells like shit. I don't know if you can hear it, but in the distance there is a music playing, and that's strange because this is middle of the forest, and there is like 2 or 3 old houses there, so it's probably maybe a barbecue, someone is having a party, or maybe it's a young couple going to church to get married, like one of the young couple, like groom or bride, is saying goodbye to their parents. They all crying, going to a car, and live music is playing, and they just, you know, drive to the church to get married. I don't know if you can hear it. What the hell is this? Look at this shit, it's like fucking some kind of worm. Is it worm or is it small snake? It's a small snake. I never saw it. Look. Okay, I will leave it alone. But it's like, I don't know, it's like when you got like 2 or 3 types of snakes in Poland. And here I don't ever saw one. I think it might be padalec, a very small one. Okay. Hey, wake up. This is something interesting. I heard about this mushroom. It's growing only on dead brzoza. In Polish it's brzoza. And this one, as you can see, is a little bit dead. It doesn't have a top, it doesn't have a branches, it doesn't have a leaves. So this one is like relatively small, and I think this orange part is just a sign that is growing, because most of them doesn't have this orange part. So I think this is the part of the year that they are growing, and you can heal cancer, some kind of cancer with them, or some people say you can use it as an ingredient of special like witch potion that will make you hallucinate and take spirits, bad spirits, demons out of you. So it's a good mushroom. If you know the name, you can put it in the comment section if I will ever put this on YouTube, because I'm not sure. So yeah, and just after this mushroom I can see another one that is very strange and stupid looking. Let's see. It is like bowl on a stick. I'm sure it's poisonous. I'll just poke it a little bit. Oh, come on. Okay guys, I think we have here a crime scene. What we have here is empty toilet paper roll, some toilet paper, half like partially dissolved by water, and pair of gloves. So I think what happened here, there was someone, and he was either doing some woodwork, cutting woods, cutting trees or something like that, maybe picking mushroom, or just drinking in the middle of the forest, what is very, very popular in Poland. And he had like diarrhea, or he just had to take a dump, and he had just like little bit of a toilet paper that was just not enough. So he used all his toilet paper, he used his gloves, and probably if there was a some leaves. We probably use the old-fashioned way, the leaves. There's no shit over here, so I guess it was like a long time ago. But you see, sometimes some random stuff can tell a story if you know where to look and how to think. And if you think like me, then you're fucked. Okay, let's carry on. And here we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's some more cans covered in this shit. So I don't know, maybe someone was trying to kill some bugs, but maybe someone was trying to paint a car in a different color that was like not too legal. That happens a lot. Sometimes you find the parts of cars, sometimes you find the whole cars, sometimes you will find burned cars, sometimes you find some very, 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 very strange shit. So yeah, basically something happened here a long time ago, because the cans are already, as you can see, dissolving. And yeah, I hope the changing color went good, like you know, in GTA. Classic. No brand, cheapest condom. Ta-da-da, forest love, forest love, forest love, forest love. There's like hundreds of those here. Every road like this, as you can see, it's filled with those. Sometimes you jogging, you know, and there are cars in the alleys like this, and there are people dogging, and it's alright, but they shouldn't be, you know, leaving this shit behind. And here we have a classic Polish forest crossroads. So people like just see first, you know, like they go, this is like them little bit more used road, so they little bit like scared to left this shit, so they just go the road like this that nobody goes, just to fuck maybe, and they just left stuff like that. I don't know what type of car is this. Was this? Oh, there's a flash over there. Yes, fuck you, fuck you, fuckers. Beautiful forest turned into fucking dumpsters. Here's a ditch. Is like a hole in the ground. There's another one over there, and there's another one here. And if you will come here with a metal detector, you will find lots of interesting. Oh, there's another one, third one, and the fourth. Oh shit! Yeah, it's like 10 or more, like one next to another. If you will come here with a metal detector, you will find some interesting stuff. Those ditches were digged here by Russians, Soviets, or Germans, and they were killing themselves, you know, during World War II. And if you go that way, there's more of those ditches, like hundreds of them, and some of them are like 10 times the size of those, or even bigger. You can hide a big house inside of them. I don't know what they were doing there. Maybe they had like one of them especially is maybe, I don't know, it was a command center or something like that. And yes, sometimes you can find interesting things here, like some of my friends. I didn't do that with them because I'm not that crazy, and if I was, I would not tell you. They were going with the metal detectors in the middle of the night with the torches, flashlights, and they were looking for stuff, and like they were finding, you know, bullets, some belts, helmets, and they were finding grenades and mines still with the charges. so they would just throw the charges. Of course they were just a little bit on the fast sides, my friends, because they were using amphetamine to give them some bravery and awareness of the surroundings, because you know there's a forest police and there's local people that are, you know, living nearby, so they were digging and selling some of this stuff on Allegro. This is Polish eBay, of course without the throttle, without the explosive, just the empty miners and stuff like that. And in Poland everything that's under the ground belongs to the government, so it's fucked up law that's just encourage that kind of stupid behaviors, because no one legally can. What a strange this one is this one probably grow on somebody's grave. This is why it looks so strange. Yep, there are bodies here, and if the law was different, people would act different, but the law is fucked up, so people act fucked up. Oh, and those are blueberries. I don't know how you call them, berries, but they are not here now because the season is off, so people picking them by hand and selling. Yeah, oh, here's another one. In every one of those, if you just buy a cheapest metal detector, you'll find lots of stuff, and sometimes mushrooms. Oh, this one is deeper. I won't go in this one. Okay. And the soldiers were just sitting here, and you know, oh look, wild apples, small wild apples. The branch broke, the whole tree broke, so they don't have time to. Oh shit! Oh, kurwa! It's sour as fuck. Probably like infested with some kind of parasites. Nice job, Peter. Like, oh shit! Oh, I almost hurt myself. About mushrooms, this is kurka, and it was very popular a couple of months ago. Now the season is so basically over, and they're growing basically under this thing. I don't know how do you call it. Bigger one are growing, you know, above. Most of them smaller ones are under, and people are like harvesting them by hundreds, thousands basically daily, and sell them too. And they're very good, and you pay like very extra for a small jar somewhere in Germany or USA, and we have them like for free. See, I didn't even expect to find them, because it's like at least they are still growing, but it's almost over. Oh shit, look how those are very big. Those are one of the biggest. Kurka. Small. Kurka means small chicken. And look at this fella. He just like grow into the tree, into the pine. Okay. Oh shit! Too fucking fast. No brakes. Shit. Oh fuck. Let's go home. But first I need a break. I need to take a leak.